Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another unboxing. It's a little bit different this time around than usual, but I kind of like the new setup. Let me know what you think in the comments below about this rather than me just sitting on a couch so comfortably as you are probably watching it on a couch maybe. But anyways, yeah, this is kind of my new like office slash editing studio kind of deal. But let's go ahead and start the unboxing process. So the product that we're going to be looking at has been out for a little while now, but I finally went ahead and purchased it. And not only did I purchase one, but I may have purchased two. Uh-oh. Anyways, so can you see what it is? You can? You can already see it. All right, so yeah, we got the HomePods. So they've been out for quite a while now, and I finally just decided, since there hasn't been any talk about there being a new HomePod or like a second generation HomePod, I might as well just finally do it. So I did. So this was Apple's answer to Amazon's Alexa, which was such a huge takeoff when it first came out, and Apple definitely needed to get into that game. They came out with this, which was for like a better listening experience for music, and it streamlined that Siri process that all Apple fans know and hopefully love. If you don't, then why are you still with Apple? Well, tell me. So like I mentioned before, this thing has been out for a while. It was released back in February of 2018. It was offered and still is offered in both space gray as well as white. So before we keep talking about it, let's do the actual unboxing. Again, you got it. Oh my God. What in the world just happened? That, if everybody could learn how to wrap like Christmas presents or birthday presents like that, that would be phenomenal. That was one of the most satisfying unwrapping experiences I've ever seen. So, whoa, shoot, almost dropped it. So before we even get to the actual unboxing, let's do that again. All right, so you get a little arrow anyways that shows you where to pull from. Well, it's supposed to show you where to pull from. There we go. All right, so this one was a little more. Please do the same thing, please do the same thing. That is excellent. All right, so we will go ahead and kick those wrappers off to the side. So again, like you guys know how much I love like unboxing Apple products, how satisfying. Wow, look at this thing. So you get this nice giant cone. They call me HomePod head. So looking at the outside, most people are familiar with these now. If you're not, it's like this meshy texture on it. Well, it is mesh, but it's like a stiff mesh. And then it's also, if you squeeze it just a little harder, it's got like this kind of give to it, so it's
kind of squishy.
Well, let's go ahead and keep taking this thing out. Oh wow. Look at this braided cable. So this braided cable, this is what I'm surprised that they don't use on all of their products. So we have one other thing in here as well. I think these are our setup instructions and maybe Apple stickers. Did they give us Apple stickers this time? They did. There she is. This box is really nicely made. I can't tell if this is, I think it's plastic, but it also feels like cardboard. Maybe it's a mixture of both. And then, oh gosh, Apple, you've done it again. Look at you, satisfying the world with your packaging. Go ahead and uncoil this. The one thing that's kind of interesting is the fact that the power cable is like flush and just stuck directly into this. So no removable cable. So if you're trying to route this in a certain manner that maybe that's tight fitting for even a plug of this size, that's going to cause you a little bit of issues. And then we have one final piece to peel off before we're done peeling things off. Wow. So you have this nice glossy top up here, and then it really goes well with all the mesh. But anyway, so there's not a whole lot to talk about on the outside of this thing. Well, that just happened. But also, if you come down to the bottom of this, you also have an Apple logo on the bottom on this nice like rubberized base. And actually, all that, I'm just gonna, well, I mean, it might topple over if you just punch it, but it feels very secure. So there's not much more left to talk about the outside. So what's inside of this thing? So of course it's got speakers, it's got microphones because you got Siri in it, but what does it actually have? So you have a upward firing woofer, roughly in this region right here. And then you have 6 mics in a 360 manner, and then 7 tweeters also in a 360 manner. So you have a lot of stuff on the inside of this package, which is why it weighs like, I think it was like 5.5, 6 pounds, somewhere in there. With that upward firing woofer and then all those speakers, like you're gonna get that same hi-fi sound that Apple was going for with this, no matter where you're located around it. And another thing is that wherever this thing is placed at, it also uses spatial awareness. So if it's placed in the corner of the room, it's not going to just send all that sound to the corner where no one is. It's going to redirect it out towards the listening area. And I already put fingerprints all on this. If you guys see me keep wiping this, I can see how this is going to go now. So if you don't like listening to music all of the time, you can also utilize some ambient sounds like waves or birds if you want more of a natural sound or a peaceful sounds. All right, and the reason I bought 2 of these is with the update of AirPlay 2, you can either use these in stereo, so as a left and right speaker, or you can use it as a multi-room setup, kind of like the Sonos does. So now that we've talked about this a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and get this plugged in. I'm gonna bring you guys forward and we're gonna see how easy this thing is to actually set up. All right, so we're getting ready to plug this thing in now, and as soon as we do, we start getting this little light circling around. And also the connector feels really good going into the plug. It feels very flush, like it's also not gonna get yanked out. Okay, so from here, okay, what are we doing? What to do? So we're just literally waiting here now. It's supposed to, I think, as long as you have iOS running somewhere, it's supposed to just connect to that. So we're just waiting. Do I press this? Should we press it? Press it! Not the red button, no! Oh, actually, so it finally did pop up. So HomePod is now here, so we'll go ahead and press that up. What room is HomePod in? So we've got bar, we've got bathroom, bedroom, foyer, guest hallway. Oh wow. Master bedroom, office, home theater, guest room, garage, game room, entertainment room, dining room, basement, living room, kitchen. So you've got a lot of different options on where this is. For us, we are in office, so we'll go ahead and say that. You can set up personal requests where Siri, let's see, use Siri on HomePod to read and send messages, make calls, create reminders, and more when the iPhone is nearby. We're not going to use that just yet. Terms and conditions, good. Accounts and settings, and transfer settings. Center the HomePod in the frame. All right, so we're doing that. So as we're waiting for this one to finish setting up, we'll go ahead and also take this one out of the box and also have the satisfaction of peeling this little thing off over here. All right, so there's that. Pull this out.
Hi, I'm Siri. Welcome to HomePod. You can't tell, but I'm waving. To get my attention, say hey Siri. Let's try it. Say hey Siri, what can you do?
Hey Siri, what can you do?
I can do lots of things, like turn on the lights, give you a news update, and tell you about the weather. Now you try. Say, hey Siri, play some music.
Hey Siri, play some music.
Okay, here's a personal radio station built just for you, starting with Waka Flocka Flame.
Anytime you have a question.
Just say hey Siri.
Why is it? Hey Siri, stop playing. The fact that Waka Flocka just played is it's beyond me. Love that song, but I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect that song to be what was played. They didn't know what to expect, but it was not that one. All right, so I think we can. Hey Siri, tell me a joke.
How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? 10. 10 tickles.
Siri. So the setup on this is super easy, especially if you go ahead and transfer all your settings directly over to the HomePod. It took, what, maybe 35, 45 seconds. So the next time I turn my phone on, it says, meet HomePod. See tips about using your HomePod. So I'll read about those later. Let's test out these speakers. So we'll use the same song that I use in my car reviews just because that song has a good frequency range to test both the lows and the highs in this thing. So use the little AirPlay dealio down here in the middle. If you want to see it, little circles and the arrow. So we're gonna hit that. It'll come up. You know, it's got Office right up here. So go ahead and click that. And now let's press play. Okay. There we go. So this thing is hitting all the lows. Oh shoot. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh. I'm just kidding, guys. You thought I was gonna rap for you, didn't you? Not today. Not today. But anyway, so this the bass in this thing is absolutely phenomenal. So now what we need to do is we need to try and set these things up and stereo sound and see what they sound like. So I'll see you after I get this thing plugged in, set up, and then we'll come back. In order to have them play in stereo, you need to make sure that when you're selecting which room that they're in, that you choose the same room. And then the next step is going to be to go into your Home app. So going through the Home app was just to get these things updated to the newest software. But what we do is we go back into our music, we click on our AirPlay button, and now instead of just check marks beside what could get played, now you have selections. So we'll select Office and Office. Boom, there we go. And you actually have two separate volume adjustments on here as well for each one. So that's pretty cool. And then I guess you have your master volume at the bottom. So what we want to do so that way it sounds the same coming from each one volume wise is we'll go ahead and put both of these all the way up to the top, so that way as we drag through our master volume, both of them get adjusted the exact same way. Oh wow. Okay. These sound really, really good. And one thing that I think is pretty awesome, I don't even know if you can hear me now. Can you hear me? It's this right here. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. What? I want you to quiet down. Hey both Siri. Hey Siri. Turn volume down to 25%. Hey Siri. Turn volume down to 25%. Hey Siri. All right, so one thing to note is that, well, only one of them listens to you at a time. So that could be a little frustrating, but it's still gonna listen to you. So it'll be like, hey Siri, tell me a joke.
Here comes a groaner. Did you hear about the criminal ink? It was in the pen doing a long sentence.
Stop it. So anyways, well, now I'm trying to adjust the volume on both of these. Okay, there we go. So I think it's kind of irritating that both of them don't silence at the same time, because, you know, maybe you can't hear yourself think when you're wanting to give a response. But it's also nice that you can still be listening to music to one, and the other one will actually just be actively listening to you and give you whatever response that you want at a good volume. But anyways, these things are excellent speakers. Like, they produce a lot of sound and in a very good quality, I might add. So I'm happy that I got both of these. It does sound pretty cool getting that stereo effect from both of these. So one thing that I was wondering about, since the TV's right here and this speaker is basically to an open room, is how well that spatial awareness actually worked. And I could not hear, like, you know, basically that radiating sound coming off of there. So they did a really good job within that realm of its software. So anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this unboxing. Again, it's the Apple HomePod. And if you're looking for a good like Siri companion, these, or just one, is gonna be excellent. Again, good sound quality, very responsive as far as, you know, even if loud music is playing, it's still gonna pick that up. And that's a really, really good feature to have for a smart speaker. But let me know what you think about these in the comment section below, whether you've used them or you've tried them or you know someone who has them, what your thoughts are on it. But that's it for now. I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.